She'll sleep with you, flirt with you, smile at you, but the moment you show emotion, she pulls away. Sounds familiar? Good. Because this video isn't about blaming women, it's about waking you the hell up. Women aren't cruel, they're instinctive, and most men are emotionally broke. They give too much too soon, to the wrong people, and when it backfires, they cry betrayal. But a Stoic man, he doesn't cry. He calculates. He doesn't chase. He observes. He doesn't try to win her back, because he never lost himself in her to begin with. And that's exactly what she can't control. A man who doesn't flinch when she pulls away, who doesn't chase when she tests, who doesn't fall when she walks. That man? That's the most terrifying kind of man in her world, because he's unshakable and unforgettable. Today I'm going to break down 3 brutal psychological truths about women and the Stoic mindsets that make you immune to all of it. Women don't want you to know this. In fact, if they saw this video, they'd beg you to stop watching. But if you're tired of being ghosted, used, manipulated, if you're done giving power to people who don't value it, then keep watching, because this video is your wake-up call. Part 1, she'll test you, and if you react, you've already failed. Let me tell you a story. A man dates a beautiful woman. Everything's great. She laughs at his jokes, sends him cute messages, makes plans for the weekend. Then one day, she stops texting back. She takes hours to reply, starts being busy. And when he asks what's wrong, she says the most soul-killing line, "I just need space." Here's what most men do. They panic. They try to fix things. They text long paragraphs, beg for answers, over-explain, call her friends, stalk her Instagram, and just like that, she's lost all respect. But you know what a Stoic man does? Nothing. He doesn't flinch, doesn't chase. He lets her go, because he knows. A woman's silence is often a test, and the only way to pass is through detachment. See, women are emotional. They don't even always know why they feel off. Sometimes they just want to see if you'll crumble under pressure, if you'll sacrifice your dignity to keep their attention, if you'll lose your center to win their affection. But a real man never trades his masculinity for her mood swings. Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength." That's what she wants to see, not your words, not your flowers, but your emotional discipline. And when she sees you won't collapse when she pulls back, she comes running, because now she's the one off balance, and you're still grounded. Part 2, the more you speak, the less she feels. Here's a truth that 99% of men will never learn. Attraction dies in explanation. The more you try to fix her emotions with logic, the more she disconnects. Let me explain why. Women are emotional processors. They don't want solutions. They want presence. They want to feel your energy, not hear your overthinking. So when she says, "I just don't know how I feel lately," and you respond with, "Let's talk about it. What did I do wrong? Can we fix this?" You've already lost. Because now, you're beneath her. You're reacting. You're chasing her emotions instead of leading with your own. A Stoic man, he doesn't try to explain himself. He leads with silence, not as punishment, but as powers. Because silence is a weapon, and in a world of noise, it screams, "I don't need you to feel okay about myself." And that's when she starts chasing again. Because women don't fall for words, they fall for certainty. And silence, when used from a place of strength, is the loudest signal of certainty. Part 3, control the frame, or you'll be controlled. Every relationship has a frame, and only one person controls it. The frame is who leads, who sets the tone, who reacts, and who is reacted to. And here's the brutal truth. If you're not controlling the frame, she is. And if she is, you're already losing. Ever seen a man in love slowly lose himself? He stops hanging with friends. He becomes over-available. He agrees to things he doesn't want, all because he's terrified of losing her. But the moment a woman sees a man break his boundaries for her, she loses respect. She may still sleep with him, but she'll never look at him the same. Because deep down, she wants to follow a man, not lead one. So what does a Stoic man do? He builds a life so powerful that she either fits into it or gets left behind. He sets standards. He doesn't negotiate with disrespect. He walks away without warning when his frame is disrespected. And that's when she realizes she's not dating a boy who needs her. She's in the presence of a man who chooses her. And that is when her feminine energy surrenders, not out of fear, but out of respect. Part 4, she craves stability but tests for chaos. Let me tell you something most men don't know. Women yearn for a man who is emotionally stable, not robotic, but grounded. But here's the twist. She will still test you with emotional chaos, mood swings, silence, small provocations, not because she wants to hurt you, but because she wants to feel safe in your masculinity. A woman doesn't test a man because she hates him. She tests him because she wants to trust him. The modern man fails here. He becomes reactive, needy, or angry. The Stoic man, he remains calm, unshaken. He sees the storm and walks through it like it's a light breeze. This creates gravity, the kind that draws her in deeper, not because of what you say, but because of who you are when tested. Part 5, Silent Confidence, Loud Validation. You've seen it. The guy who brags, shows off, flexes to prove something. He thinks he's winning women over, but he's actually repelling them. Here's what no one tells you. True power is quiet. It's the confidence that doesn't need to be seen. It's the man who enters a room and doesn't seek attention, yet everyone notices. The lion doesn't need to tell the jungle he's king. His presence is enough. Stoicism teaches this kind of presence. A man who's grounded in self-respect, not attention. She can feel that, and she starts craving your attention because you're not giving it away easily. Part 6, Don't chase, lead. This is where 99% of men destroy their potential. They chase her validation, her replies, her affection, and in doing so, they lose their value. A man who chases is a man who's forgotten he is the prize. The Stoic path says lead, don't chase. Have a mission, have purpose. Let her enter your world, not become your world. The more you chase, the more she runs, but the more you walk your path, the more she aligns to your direction. It's not about being distant. It's about being focused and making her earn your attention, just like you're earning your own self-respect. Part 7, Protect your seed, guard your power. They won't tell you this, but your energy, your discipline, your clarity, it all diminishes when you give your essence away too easily. What you release without purpose weakens your purpose. Semen retention isn't just about biology, it's about self-mastery. Women are biologically drawn to men with high testosterone, presence, and direction. But the more you drain your power-chasing pleasure, the more invisible you become. A Stoic man protects his energy. He doesn't give it to screens, strangers, or emotional addictions. He becomes magnetic, and women feel it, that quiet, potent strength. Part 8, Your absence must be felt. Don't always be available. Don't always reply instantly. Don't always give her what she wants. You must become the man whose absence is as powerful as his presence. A man who is too present becomes common. A man who can walk away becomes unforgettable. Create distance sometimes, not to punish but to preserve mystique. Let her wonder where you are. Let her miss you. Let her feel the void only you can fill. Not through desperation, but through discipline. That space is where attraction grows. Part 9. Control your emotions, or she will control you. There's something she will never tell you directly, but every woman tests a man's emotional control because it reveals whether you're truly in command of yourself or just pretending. If she can make you jealous with a glance, if she can make you angry with silence, if she can make you insecure with a simple delay in response, then you are not her equal. You are a toy, a puppet she can play with. A man who cannot control his emotions will be controlled by hers. Stoic men have what's rare: emotional discipline. You don't flinch at disrespect. You correct it or walk away. You don't beg for attention. You move in silence. You don't react to manipulation. You see through it and keep your frame. This isn't coldness. This is command. When she realizes you can't be shaken, you become the storm. Part 10. The masculine frame is non-negotiable. This is what separates men she plays with from men she chases for life. Your frame is everything. What is frame? It's your mindset, your internal laws, your emotional posture. It's the unshakable boundary that says, I will not lose myself to win you. Too many men bend, fold, and compromise their values just to keep her around. And ironically, that's the very reason she pulls away. She doesn't want a man who follows her lead. She wants a man whose path is so clear. She wants to follow him. Holding your masculine frame doesn't mean controlling her. It means leading yourself so powerfully that she respects you without question. No drama, no proving. Just power, posture, and purpose. When you hold this energy, she'll test it, but secretly she'll admire it, because that's the man she can finally relax around. Final word: the unforgettable man is built, not choose. Listen carefully, brother. She doesn't dream of the man who chases her. She fantasizes about the man who doesn't need her, but chooses her from strength. The man who controls his emotions, guards his seed, leads with purpose, speaks less but moves with weight, can walk away, not out of ego, but because he knows his value. She'll forget the guy who begged. She'll forget the guy who flexed. But she will never forget the man who made her feel his absence. That man. He's rare, he's stoic, and he's becoming you. Call to action, optional. If you're ready to become that man, not just in theory, but in reality, make sure to subscribe, because this channel is your blueprint. And remember, don't chase, don't beg, don't fold. Stand tall, be quiet, move like a storm.